Hey Giraffes! Sorry I haven't made a video in a little while. Like I said, I was directing a theater camp, and so I just was so busy and tired and exhausted with doing that, so I had to put this on hold for a little bit. But today I just wanted to explain a little bit about what I was doing. So for the past 3 weeks, I've been working with high schoolers to put together a full-blown production of Shrek the Musical. So like I said before, I participated in this camp as a high schooler several years ago, and now I'm the director. Now if you've ever been in any kind of a production, whether it be a musical or a straight play or anything else, you probably did it in about 3 months. 2 to 3 months is usually a rehearsal process. We take all of that and do it in 3 weeks. That includes building the set, finding the costumes, making some of the costumes, blocking the show, teaching the kids the music, teaching them choreography, and just putting everything together with lights and sound and the whole 9 yards. Now, this is a crazy feat to begin with for any show. To do the whole thing in 3 weeks is crazy. But for Shrek the Musical, it was pure insanity. If you haven't seen Shrek the Musical, there's actually a Broadway recording on Netflix right now. But it is a huge show. The music is really tough, the characters are way deeper than you would expect them to be, and technically speaking, it is a crazy show. Fiona has to change into an ogre, there's a dragon that we have to somehow represent on stage, there are lots of fantastical fairy tale creatures that are also supposed to be represented. So doing Shrek the Musical in 3 weeks is nuts. Now take all of those challenges of doing this big show in 3 weeks and have it be done by high schoolers. That is even more crazy. But we always push them to perform not at the level of high schoolers, but at a professional level. That's one reason why I love this camp so much, because it's not just putting together a production. It's an educational experience, both for them as much as for us. They get to learn how a production comes together, as well as production and vocal and acting techniques while they're going through this production process. At the beginning of the 3 weeks, we have auditions, and as soon as we're cast, we hit the ground running. The only way that we're ever able to accomplish this is the kids. They are so talented and so devoted, and they put so much effort into this, and they really make this thing happen. And we always have great kids. We love our kids that we work with in camp. It's why we always come back. It's why my co-director and choreographer has been doing this camp for 16 years. But this year, there was something special about them. Not that they were necessarily more talented than in years past, or anything like that, but despite the fact that this show is huge and crazy hard, I was never worried about the kids. They knew their stuff, they got in there, they put in the work, and they got it done. The only thing that ever scared me was that we wouldn't have the tech aspects ready. And there were moments when I thought that it wasn't gonna come together, but it totally did. I cannot express to you how proud of these kids I am. We kept throwing them new expectations and setting the bar higher, and they met every expectation and kept pushing us to push them even more. We had 3 great performances with almost sold out houses, and we didn't hear a single negative thing about this show. Everyone said that it was hilarious, that the kids were super talented, which is totally true, and that it was just a lovable experience for everyone. As big and as difficult as this show was, there are so many beautiful moments in it that made me fall in love with it as we began working on it. Like I said, the characters are much deeper than expected, and all of them have so many layers. They're all like onions, not just Shrek. And a lot of the music is really very beautiful. Not only is the show itself beautiful, it has some really great messages. One of the songs is called Freak Flag, and it's all the fairy tale creatures singing "Let Your Freak Flag Fly." Basically, be who you are, and that's great. Because of that song, we were able to have some really cool and interesting talks with the kids. We shared some of our opinions and our views, and our passions about some issues in the world today. Now, Freak Flag has some direct correlations to homosexuality. I mean, wave your freak flag high, and at the end, Pinocchio screams, "I'm wood, I'm good, get used to it," which is obviously an allusion to homosexuality. But we really encourage the kids to not take it as that, to relate the song to humans, not just the gay community. That we as people are humans. We have different beliefs, different views, different religions, different skin colors, different genders, and we are all people, and we should all love each other as people. And that's the beautiful thing about this show, is it has all these other messages underneath the regular story that we all know of Shrek. And our hope is that these kids really did learn some things about themselves and about the world throughout this camp. So I just wanted to gush a little bit about these kids and the great job that they did, and tell y'all a little bit about what I've been doing for the last few weeks. So now that I'm back, I'll be releasing videos every Thursday, so keep watching. And if you get a chance, you really should go check out Shrek the Musical on Netflix. It is such a beautiful musical. Love you guys. See you next week. Later!